Welcome to Angie Chess and Tarot. Welcome in, Scorpios. We're going to do a little bit of a different read here today, a little bit of a different order, but I think it'll be fun. Let's get to it. Thank you to all who've supported this channel. I really appreciate your likes, shares, subscribes, your donations. Greatly appreciated. And remember, not everything's going to resonate. Take what does, leave the rest. I'm going to do 4 charms and then the tarot. So let's do the charms first. 1 is the fox. Fox energy can be kind of sly. The captain's wheel, taking a lead somewhere. The leadership energy there. The gecko, this is a very adaptable energy. One more. For Scorpios. Oh, the fawn, pure energy. Wow. We've got a mixture of a lot here. Leadership and cagey and sly, but adaptable and pure. The pure is really interesting. Okay, let's get into this, Scorpio. Flying right out is the Queen of Swords. She's very strategic. She is also no bull. So she will tell it like it is, and she will cut out things that don't serve. That's the overall message, is the strategy you are bringing forth to handle some of these areas. The sly and the leadership and the adaptability and who you purely, truly are. The purity, something about purity. Maybe there are children involved here. What's the sly energy here, Spirit? More information. Okay, what doesn't want to be seen, of course, that's sly, is the 10 of Wands in the reverse. Also, I'm getting this card is significant, but something always wants to grab at these cards. 10 of Swords, 10s again. Endings. The sly doesn't want to be an ending. The sly wants to continue to wreak havoc, have an impression on you, something like that. But 10s are endings. Now, in the reverse, we're talking about coming out of something and also recovery here. So that's your strategy for dealing with the sly. You're going to recover from this. It's no longer going to be a burden. That's what I'm getting right away. Anything more on the sly energies here, Spirit? But something does definitely want to cling to you, 7 of Wands. And something definitely wants you to be in a state of like being discombobulated and having to defend yourself and feeling like you're being attacked. What's this captain's wheel here? Okay, captain's wheel. Okay, something about the captain's wheel and with a group, a social group that wants you to keep partying with them, or I don't know about the social of this yet. We'll get down to it. Now, this whole group came out, and I do take clumps if I feel like we need to. So let's do it here. 6 of Pentacles, Death, and the 5 of Wands. Because I do feel like this energy is kind of messy. This party energy or social energy that you are a leader of, or they see you as some sort of leader here. But I feel like you kind of want to pull back from that. Okay, the Star, the Empress, and the Hierophant. But we'll get clearer here. Something you feel is kind of messy here, and you don't want to be the leader of it. But they want you to be the leader of it. This group, it is a group, I feel. So they don't know who they are, but they like your leadership. For sure they like your leadership. But you want to transform out of this. There's something bigger, better for you. This has been fun. It's had its time. Now I get the energy. Yeah, it's time to move on. But you've been a big giver to this. Maybe you're the idea person, or maybe you keep the social going here, or you keep people connected. You're the glue somehow. They don't want you to leave this. You're like, yeah, I've given to this. Now I'm passing the baton. I'm now giving some more by passing the baton for somebody else to lead this. Yeah. They like how you handle you're like straight and narrow here, but fun. That way they can be more screw-off-ish, but you can handle the responsibilities and still be fun. Something like that. You're too abundant for this, and you know that your dreams are elsewhere. Okay, let's go further here. What's the adaptability? You're just adaptable. That's what people like too. You can just adapt. Like, if people can't get along, you can somehow help people get along. You're very adaptable to personalities and situations. 2 of Swords out here, 3 of Wands. But with regards to adaptability, I think you've asked yourself some questions here recently, and you're saying to yourself, what do I want in my future? And what don't I want? I feel like you don't want this social group. Quite so heavy. I mean, you don't want to be the leader of it. I don't feel like you want to close. For some of you, you want to close the door on it, totally. I think for most of you, you don't want to close the door on it, but you also don't want to be the leader of this parade of shenanigans. Okay, Queen of Swords. We know she is your energy, I feel, trying to figure out the strategy of all these charms and their energy. And so what's the purity here, Spirit? I think you're just purely going after what is my strategy here, and I want to be fair and to myself and to others. Okay, and you got the King of Wands here. You're just purely dynamic, and you're an energy people want to be around, and they kind of cling to you. They like your energy. So be aware of energy vampires, and there will be some in this social setting. But as a whole, I think you're pretty good with that, actually, I feel, what energy you give off. Ace of Swords here, communication, truth, beginnings. Yeah, I think you're just wanting to be more truthful to self and where you're going. And this has been fun and all, and maybe you'll do this a couple times a year, but you're not going to head this up, whatever this is. And you're not going to be coerced into doing something you don't want to do anymore. Maybe you've been a leader for a few years past what you wanted to do here with this group, this social group. And somebody says, you know, if you leave, the whole thing falls apart. It's something about that being defensive or wanting you to be defensive. But you're not falling for that. The purity is in the truth. That's the purity. And you're trying to find it in you. What that means to you and what that means to your future. The purity is in the Knight of Pentacles. This is taking you to a place of sure-footedness, where you want to go, that you're certain about it, and where you can count on others and they can count on you. And this is more of a one-way street here socially, so you want to go in another direction that's a little bit more where you can count on people too. 2 of Pentacles. Not to be juggled, or not to be taken lightly, or not to be taken advantage of, or not to be appreciated properly. And also these people, I'm hearing they'll tell you, it's just this. We just need you to do this. But then there's like 16 other things. You know, once you're just doing that one thing and in the situation, then everything else crops up. So that's part of the sly and the sneaky too. And then somehow it's your responsibility, because people in this energy don't take responsibility for themselves and their actions. So then somehow they say, well, you're the captain, so you should have known this, or you should have done that. But when it comes right down to it, what they're talking about is, I am not stepping up to be responsible for myself. There's no responsibility for self here for quite a few people. And then they say, that very responsibility has been yours. It's something kind of ludicrous like that you've just said, you know, this has been fun and the time has expired now for me. And what I want out of my life as a whole, yeah, you've got the world here. This is changing it up, ending cycles, beginning new ones. And you've also got the 9 of Pentacles here. And I feel like that's a nod to, you're going to be just doing some stuff on your own for a while. This is maybe a period where you just focus on yourself, and maybe you will be alone for a good part of that. And I feel like you're okay with that. you weren't maybe, but I feel like, yeah, you can see now the happiness in doing for self and alone time. And maybe before you were really afraid of alone time, it made you uncomfortable. I don't want to be with self. A lot of people feel that way, but you've just gradually taken this on in baby steps and you've gotten more and more comfortable with it. And you really are actually kind of liking it, but it's taken a while to get there, to get to that point. But it's been a very good learning lesson, I think, for you as well. I'm hearing Knight of Wands is in the reverse. Yeah, where there has been confusion there about just how much time you want to spend with yourself. I feel like, yeah, you've gotten really clear on there are a lot of benefits to this, and I get a lot of clarity, and I go after my life in a different style and manner that actually I'm kind of getting into. Yeah. Downloads from your spirit team, very valuable. Becoming more spiritual, very valuable to you. I feel like that's kind of new energy for you. What do we have in the way of advice here, Spirit? I think you got it. Let's go a little further. 9 of Wands in the reverse. Not being everybody's everything. That's one, because that's just draining you. 4 of Wands. Thinking about what makes you happy. Really focusing in on that. And it's more intimate. The energy is, yeah, I can still have the social that I like, that I'm so good at, but I want it to be smaller, with a smaller, more intimate group that I am more intimate with. You can't be intimate with a whole bunch of people, like truly. You can think you are, but this is like really truly knowing someone and knowing ins and outs and wishes and dreams and, the real them, the pure energy of a person, and them knowing your pure energy. Very intimate, very boutique style, very special, not something you can do with a group. Very deep, very nurturing, very mental as well. Any more messages? Okay, a couple big messages here. Oh, that's interesting. I did ask for big messages. Here's what we've got. The Wheel of Fortune, the 2 of Wands, and the 2 of Cups. That is huge. This is big energy. This is huge energy. And I did ask, what is the main message here? Okay, so we understand the setting, the landscape, where you're walking here, where you are approximately. And here is the big message. The wheel is going to turn because you've made some changes here based on going off on your own, being comfortable with self, and being more intimate with people in a pure way. And the wheel turns to your advantage. That's good fortune for you. You're on the good side of fortune as you look to your future, your 2 of Wands. That's planning for the future, making plans for the future. And that, guess what shows up? The 2 of Cups, soulmate energy. Healthy soulmate energy. So as I read it, you take a lot of great skills that you have and you pare it down to a smaller group of people. You get more involved with your spiritual side. You reveal more of yourself in a pure way, in a pure light, and receive that from others. And it really sparks just a brand new beginning for you. Your future is looking pure and bright here. And so the qualities that made you so popular in this group setting are just pared down, and they mean more in a more intimate setting with people that are on that same level. That is very special. Okay, so yeah, there's a sense of kind of leaving immature energy, and that could be that group setting energy or group mentality, and just being more inspired by a few rather than many. Quality versus quantity here could also be a message. And therein you find your happiness. Yeah. And balance. And this is a lot requiring your instincts and your intuitiveness. And you know that too. And you've been that way. You've just been maybe ignoring it. New passionate beginning. Finding your leadership and finding an equal leader. That's this 2 of Cups soulmate energy. I do think it is romantic here, what you find. That is your message, Scorpio. Let's grab a charm on our way out here. And we've got the protective. This is Fatima hand. Protective energy. I think it's also called Hamsa, if I'm not mistaken. And then you've also got the unicorn energy. Make sure that's what that is. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, definitely. Unicorn energy is so magic. I think that's you. I think you are the magic, and people don't want the magic to leave. But you're being more discerning where the magic goes. That is you. That is your message, Scorpio. I hope you've liked this message. If you do, please like, share, subscribe. It really helps the channel to grow. Until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. You unicorns out there. Thank you for joining me.